exciting, huh?
It's true, I've returned. Against the best wishes of my legal team, I Gunty have returned to making new videos after a 3-month hiatus. Hey gamer girls, it's Gunty, and today we are recapping all the Chris Chan shenanigans of 2022. But before we get into it, if you like my channel and what I do here and you want to know more as to why I've been gone and how things are going to go in the future, please stick around to the end of the video. That's when I'll talk about that. And with that out of the way, let's get right into it. To get the big stuff out of the way, a lot of the big legal concrete stuff that we thought was really going to shape Chris Chan in 2022 really didn't turn out to be a whole lot. Lots of rumors, a lot of speculations, a lot of things moving forward, but not that forward. So a lot of what we're going to see in terms of the legal stuff and whether Chris is going to get out and this, that, or the other is not going to happen until 2023. There's a lot of speculation about what's going to happen. Obviously, Chris Chan has been incarcerated for a while now, and that's going to play into a lot of the time he's going to serve, but I don't want to speculate too much. Again, I'm not a legal expert. I talked about this originally when I was, going through the news of what was going on with Chris Chan, but for the most part, not much there. Outside of that, in terms of Chris Chan activity we've seen, he's been, keeping up with the comics, doing drawings, sending letters, and a lot of this stuff makes me feel 100% super schizophrenic trying to read and follow. I feel like a weirdo watching videos about it. Gibby's been trying to keep everyone updated. There's another channel, I think it's Smokey MCC. I know it's Smokey something. The 3 letters that follow it escape me. He's been following a lot of that stuff, and there's been some good analysis into what all that could mean. Does Chris Chan want Barb to die so he can get control of the house, all this other stuff that's going on, but that's neither here nor there. There's a lot of crazy stuff coming out of Chris in prison, and honestly, I hope a lot of us hope that Chris gets the help that they need. They, it, she. I don't know what to call Chris anymore in terms of pronouns. That was a huge thing this year too, is the pronouns and gender of Chris Chan. Ultimately, I don't know. Chris Chan is an omnipresent deity at this point, or a monster. Honestly, let's go with monster. Chris's gender is monster, and we can call Chris Chan it. So that's going to be my pronouns for Chris. It's just going to be it, okay? If you get upset by that, you can go watch anybody else. It's just too hard to... Everyone has a good argument for one way or the other on Chris and its pronouns. So I'm just going to leave it at it. If you got a problem with it, then I can't help you. Anyway, to get back on topic, we obviously hope Chris gets the help it needs and deserves as a human being, even though this person, this creature, has done a horrible thing. They need to have an opportunity to be redeemed in the eyes of society and to be punished and, atone for what they've done and move on. That's just how society works. That's how everybody hopes these things go. So we'll see how that pans out in 2023. Outside of that, what I really wanted to talk about is the Chris Chan explosion that happened in 2022. I mean, I have seen so many content creators since I started way back in the end of the summer. I don't even know. YouTube for me is just such a blur. It all feels like it kind of happened last week, but also 5 years ago at the same time. So there's just been a ton of, YouTube creators outside of, who we know as the standard, guys like Gino Samuel. Everybody knows, obviously, he did stuff on Chris Chan. Gamer from Mars did stuff on Chris Chan, which was really interesting. He showed some old interviews and unseen footage, which was kind of crazy to see just how nuts and schizo that Chandler household is to this day. We got Gibby and the Smokey guy, obviously. Sorry, Smokey, whatever your last 3, again, slips my mind. I have no concept of what it is. I know it's a series of M's and C's, and this is going to be a huge point of emphasis in the video. But anyway, they talked about it. Obviously, that's their whole bread and butter. But, there's just so many of these different channels, up-and-coming ones, doing various different things. And really what I've seen a lot of, and the content I really like surrounding Chris, is kind of the analysis of it. Obviously, we know most of the stories. We've seen the stuff. Let's, dig a little deeper, because this is almost a Greek tragedy, the tale of Chris Chan. And to have people come at it and dissect it in video essays like it is this old piece of literature, I think is absolutely fantastic and super interesting. And I really like seeing that. and it's awesome. If you're a fan of Chris Chan, this has been the best year to be a fan of Chris Chan and to follow it, more or less. I wouldn't say fan of Chris Chan because nobody really is a fan of Chris Chan. To be a fan of Chris Chan, you'd be like super into Sonichu or whatever, which would be incredibly weird if you unironically thought Sonichu was fantastic. But I'm sure there's people out there that truly actually enjoy Sonichu. But anyway, it's more or less a fan of the train wreck that is Chris Chan and the monstrosity it has become. But anyway, that's enough about Chris Chan. To talk about where I went and why I haven't been posting, to be honest, it just kind of fell by the wayside. I just got caught up in my mental energy went other places, and as someone like me who likes to post super frequently and post a lot of content, you need a lot of mental energy to do this every day. Obviously, starting back up like this, the videos take a lot more mental energy. Once I got like a rhythm to it, it was pretty quick and easy. But even then, to come out here and talk and to think about what I'm going to say, to get the thumbnail right, to edit the video, to find the clips, get the gameplay, whatever. Honestly, it just, with everything going on in my life, which wasn't to say it was bad. Like, I don't want to act like my life has been absolute shit for the past 3 months, and that's why I haven't been uploading. If anything, my life's been so good that I've just been focusing on other pursuits, other passions, personal relationships. But as things start to slow down, post holidays with kind of that drought of the winter, I'm really gonna try and get back into it and do the best I can. And I want to, reshape my content. So I'm hoping towards February, March, to really have reinvigorated my content, and I hope you guys will see some drastic changes by then. That's just my plan, my outlook, to kind of spruce things up, make things seem a little, less random and slapped together. So that's what I'll be doing moving forward. Thank you guys for watching this video to the very end. It means the absolute most to me. I'm so glad that people are still watching this stuff even after my long hiatus, and I hope to produce more content that you guys like in the future. So if you want to see more, please subscribe, and if you are subscribed, slap a like, comment down below, let me know that you've waited for this day for a long time. This was the best thing you got to see in your inbox today, and with that, I'd like to thank you, gamer girls, and say goodbye.